Welcome back to HD Old Coins 51. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of old HD coins, specifically the HD Old Coins 51 collection. These coins hold incredible history, unique designs, and stories from the past that every collector or enthusiast will want to hear. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your coin collection journey, this video will explore the hidden details and value of these treasures. So grab a seat and let's uncover the history behind these remarkable coins together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more rare coin discoveries. Top 1. Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of the 1939 Jefferson nickel, a coin with a history as rich as its collector value. Sit back as we unravel its journey, from its design origins to its current place in the numismatic spotlight. It was 1938, and America was poised for change, not just socially and politically, but even in its coinage. The Jefferson nickel, introduced that year, marked a departure from the Indian head design that had graced the 5-cent piece since 1913. The U.S. Mint launched a public competition to redesign the nickel, seeking a design that would honor Thomas Jefferson, one of the nation's founding fathers. Among the many submissions, the work of Felix Schlag stood out. His depiction of Jefferson, paired with a detailed rendering of Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate, captured the spirit of the nation's third president and the architectural elegance of the era. The 1939 Jefferson nickel carried forward Schlag's design, but with some subtle yet critical changes. If you've ever studied a 1939 nickel closely, you might have noticed that two variations of the reverse design exist. The original design, featuring less distinct details on Monticello, and the revised version, with sharper and more defined lines. These two variations have fueled debates among collectors for decades, sparking a quest to determine which version graces their collection. But what makes the 1939 Jefferson nickel truly stand out is its rarity and value in specific conditions. While millions were minted across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, not all of these coins are equal in the eyes of collectors. For example, the 1939 D, minted in Denver, is particularly sought after due to its relatively low mintage and its scarcity in uncirculated condition. Coins from this year are also known for their distinctive doubling on the reverse, especially in the inscriptions Monticello and 5 cents. This doubling, known as a double die, is one of the key factors driving the high value of certain examples. Collectors often marvel at the craftsmanship and condition of this coin, seeking out specimens with full steps on Monticello, a grading term that signifies the clarity and sharpness of the design. Achieving this level of detail required precise minting, and as a result, coins with full steps are exceedingly rare and command premium prices in the numismatic market. Beyond its physical attributes, the 1939 Jefferson nickel is a snapshot of a pivotal time in American history. The world was on the brink of World War II, and the United States was navigating its role on the global stage. Coins like the Jefferson nickel remind us of the enduring symbols of American ideals, from Jefferson's legacy as a statesman and thinker to Monticello's representation of innovation and vision. For collectors and enthusiasts, owning a 1939 Jefferson nickel isn't just about its monetary value. It's about connecting with a piece of history, holding in their hands a coin that has witnessed generations of change. From its origins in the U.S. Mint to its journey through decades of circulation, each coin tells a unique story, with wear patterns and patinas that speak to its travels and use. In the world of numismatics, few coins offer the combination of history, design, and intrigue that the 1939 Jefferson nickel does. Whether you're an experienced collector or just beginning your journey, this coin is a shining example of why coin collecting is more than a hobby. It's a way to preserve and celebrate the past. As we wrap up our exploration of the 1939 Jefferson nickel, we'd love to hear from you. Do you own one of these historic coins? Are you on the hunt for a rare double die or full steps version? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you found this journey as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the world of coins. Top 2. The story of the 1943 Jefferson nickel, an unassuming yet remarkable piece of American history, begins during a time of immense global change. The world was gripped by the turmoil of World War II, and the United States was playing a pivotal role in the fight for freedom. Amidst this, even the smallest items, like a 5-cent coin, became symbols of innovation, resilience, and practicality. The 1943 Jefferson nickel is no ordinary coin. Known among collectors as the war nickel, this piece stands out not only for its unique composition but also for the historical context surrounding its creation. During World War II, nickel was a critical material used in the production of military equipment. To conserve this vital resource, the U.S. Mint made an unprecedented decision. They removed nickel from the composition of the 5-cent coin and replaced it with a blend of 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. This change wasn't just practical. It transformed the coin into a valuable artifact for future generations. Picture yourself in 1943. The nation was rallying behind the war effort, with slogans like "Victory at all costs" dominating the airwaves. The Jefferson nickel, already an iconic design introduced in 1938, took on new meaning during this era. Its obverse featured a dignified profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, while the reverse showcased a rendering of his stately home, Monticello. Designed by Felix Schlag, these details were a testament to American ingenuity and perseverance. However, in 1943, a subtle alteration occurred. To distinguish the wartime nickels from their predecessors, the U.S. Mint added an oversized mint mark above the dome of Monticello. For the first time, the Philadelphia Mint used a P mint mark, a detail that now excites collectors. Coins were struck at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each leaving its unique mark in history. But why does the 1943 Jefferson nickel command such fascination today? Beyond its silver content, which gives it intrinsic value, this coin tells a story. Each scratch and dent speaks of hands that might have purchased war bonds or bought a cup of coffee during rationing. Imagine the journeys these coins undertook, slipping into the pockets of soldiers, workers, and families during a time of sacrifice and hope. Over the decades, collectors have sought out the 1943 Jefferson nickel not just for its historical significance, but also for its potential rarity. Variations in minting, such as errors or double strikes, can make certain coins worth thousands of dollars. For instance, a well-preserved 1943 P nickel in MS-67 condition, essentially flawless, could fetch a small fortune at auction. The allure doesn't stop there. Among the 1943 nickels, some anomalies exist, like overstrikes or repunched mint marks, sparking excitement among numismatists. These imperfections, born of human error, turn an already valuable coin into a treasure. Imagine holding such a piece in your hand, a coin that bridges the past and present with every intricate detail. As we delve deeper into the legacy of the 1943 Jefferson nickel, consider its broader cultural significance. Coins, after all, are more than currency. They are snapshots of history, encapsulating the spirit of their time. The Jefferson nickel, with its wartime composition and iconic design, stands as a testament to American resilience and innovation. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the stories behind everyday objects, the 1943 Jefferson nickel offers a glimpse into a fascinating era. Its silver sheen may have faded over the years, but its historical glow remains undiminished. Stay tuned as we uncover more about this remarkable coin, from its design intricacies to its journey through the decades, and discover why it holds such enduring value in the world of numismatics. Top 3. In the bustling years following World War II, America found itself at a crossroads of innovation and tradition. It was a time of hope, renewal, and rebuilding, and even the most everyday objects carried the weight of history and the promise of the future. One such object, often overlooked but steeped in significance, is the 1949 Jefferson nickel, a small but mighty piece of American heritage. Imagine it, a simple 5-cent coin clinking in the pockets of post-war Americans. Perhaps it passed through the hands of a veteran returning home, a child buying candy, or a business owner making change for a customer. Each coin, though humble in size, was a silent witness to the lives of millions. The Jefferson nickel had been introduced just a decade earlier, in 1938, as a tribute to Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The coin's design, chosen through a national competition, featured a profile of Jefferson on the obverse, or front, and his beloved Monticello on the reverse. The chosen design was the work of Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor whose artistic vision captured the essence of Jefferson's legacy. By 1949, the Jefferson nickel had become a familiar staple of American currency. Yet, this year's minting held subtle distinctions that would make it a favorite among collectors decades later. To fully appreciate the significance of the 1949 nickel, one must first understand the intricacies of coin minting during this era. The United States Mint, tasked with producing the nation's coinage, operated in three primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced Jefferson nickels in 1949, and coins from each location bore distinct markings. The Philadelphia Mint, the largest of the three, did not use a mint mark on its coins, while Denver coins bore a small D, and San Francisco coins featured an S. These tiny letters, often overlooked by casual observers, would become key identifiers for collectors. The process of minting a coin is an art form in itself. Each Jefferson nickel began its journey as a simple blank made of a copper-nickel alloy. The alloy, chosen for its durability and resistance to corrosion, was a practical choice for a nation recovering from war. The blanks were carefully fed into presses where they were struck with immense force by engraved dies, imprinting the intricate design that collectors cherish today. Yet, not all coins were created equal. Variations in the minting process, from die wear to mechanical errors, led to subtle differences among the coins. These variations, though unintentional, became a source of fascination for numismatists. The 1949 Jefferson nickel, in particular, is known for its full steps variety, a term referring to the sharpness of the steps on Monticello as depicted on the coin. Coins with fully visible steps are rarer and thus more valuable, a testament to the precision required in their production. As the 1949 Jefferson nickel entered circulation, it became a silent participant in the post-war economy. It jingled in the pockets of Americans as they embraced a new era of prosperity. It was there for the opening of diners, the rise of suburban neighborhoods, and the golden age of television. But even as the coin fulfilled its intended purpose as currency, its journey was far from over. Decades later, the 1949 Jefferson nickel would emerge as a prized collectible. Enthusiasts and historians alike would come to recognize its unique characteristics, from its mint marks to its full steps designation. The coin's value, once a mere 5 cents, would soar in the eyes of those who appreciated its story and craftsmanship. Top 4. The year was 1952, a time of optimism and transformation in the United States. The echoes of World War II were fading, replaced by the hum of industrial progress and the rhythm of a booming economy. It was an era of growth, discovery, and ambition. Amid this backdrop of prosperity, a humble 5-cent coin quietly entered circulation. The 1952 Jefferson nickel, a small yet enduring symbol of American history and craftsmanship. To truly appreciate the story of the 1952 Jefferson nickel, we must journey back to its origins. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, was conceived as a tribute to Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and a pivotal figure in the nation's founding. The coin's design, selected through a national competition, featured a distinguished profile of Jefferson on the obverse, or front, and an image of Monticello, his Virginia plantation home, on the reverse. This design, created by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, captured not only Jefferson's legacy but also the elegance and simplicity of American artistry. By 1952, the Jefferson nickel had become a familiar sight in the hands of Americans. It jingled in the pockets of factory workers, suburban families, and entrepreneurs alike. Yet, the coins minted in this particular year held unique qualities that would intrigue collectors decades later. To uncover their significance, we must delve into the intricate process of minting and the historical context of the early 1950s. The United States Mint, responsible for producing the nation's coinage, operated 3 facilities at the time, in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these mints struck Jefferson nickels in 1952, and their coins bore distinct identifying marks. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced the highest volume, did not use a mint mark. The Denver Mint's coins were stamped with a small d, and the San Francisco Mint's coins featured an S. These tiny details, easily overlooked in everyday transactions, would later become crucial identifiers for collectors. The production of a Jefferson nickel was a feat of precision and artistry. Each coin began as a blank made from a durable copper-nickel alloy. This alloy, selected for its resistance to wear and corrosion, was well suited to the demands of daily commerce. The blanks were carefully fed into coin presses, where they were struck with immense force by engraved dies. This process transferred the intricate design onto the coin's surface, creating the iconic imagery that collectors value today. The reverse of the coin, featuring Monticello, held particular significance. Jefferson's beloved estate was not only a symbol of his architectural genius, but also a representation of his ideals. The mansion, with its classical columns and domed roof, embodied Jefferson's vision of a nation rooted in knowledge, democracy, and innovation. For collectors, the sharpness and detail of Monticello's depiction, especially the steps leading to the entrance, became a key indicator of a coin's quality. Nickels with fully visible steps, known as the full steps variety, were rare and highly sought after. In 1952, the minting process was not without its challenges. Variations in die quality, wear, and striking pressure resulted in subtle differences among the coins. Some coins bore weak or incomplete details, while others emerged with crisp, well-defined designs. These variations, though unintentional, would later fuel the passion of numismatists, who meticulously studied each coin to uncover its unique story. The 1952 Jefferson nickel circulated widely across the United States, becoming a silent witness to the lives of millions. It passed through the hands of soldiers returning from the Korean War, students attending newly built schools, and families enjoying the post-war economic boom. It was there for the opening of new highways, the rise of the space race, and the dawn of the television age. Yet, even as the coin fulfilled its role as currency, its true value lay in its ability to connect us to the past. Decades later, the 1952 Jefferson nickel would gain recognition among collectors and historians. Its journey from mint to circulation, and ultimately to the display cases of numismatic enthusiasts, was a testament to its enduring appeal. Collectors prized not only the coin's historical context, but also its unique characteristics. A well-preserved 1952 nickel with full steps could command a significant premium, reflecting its rarity and the precision required to achieve such detail. As we examine the legacy of the 1952 Jefferson nickel, we are reminded that even the smallest artifacts can hold immense significance. This unassuming coin, a mere 5 cents in value, carries the weight of history, craftsmanship, and the stories of countless Americans. It is a bridge between past and present, a tangible link to a time of hope and progress. And as collectors and enthusiasts continue to study and cherish these coins, they ensure that the legacy of the Jefferson nickel and the ideals it represents endures for generations to come. This section offers about 800 words. Would you like me to continue expanding into specific areas, such as minting errors, market value, or collector tips? Let me know how you'd like the narrative to develop. Top 5. In 1957, America found itself in the midst of a transformative decade. Post-war prosperity, the dawn of the space age, and the cultural shifts that would define a generation. The nation was growing in size and influence, its citizens beginning to experience the fruits of the peace that had followed World War II. Amid this backdrop of optimism and change, a seemingly modest object continued to circulate through the pockets of everyday Americans, the 1957 Jefferson nickel. While the nickel, worth a mere 5 cents, might have been easily overlooked by most, it represented something far more significant. It was a symbol of continuity, a link between America's past and its future. To understand the true importance of the 1957 Jefferson nickel, we must first explore its historical context, design, and the minting process that gave rise to this unassuming yet fascinating coin. The story of the Jefferson nickel began in 1938, when the U.S. Mint sought to redesign the nation's 5-cent coin. The decision was made to replace the Liberty head design, which had been in circulation since the late 19th century, with a new design honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Jefferson's legacy as the author of the Declaration of Independence and the founder of the University of Virginia made him a fitting figure for the coin. The design, created by sculptor Felix Schlag, was chosen through a national competition. Schlag's winning design depicted Jefferson's profile on the obverse, or front, of the coin, and his Virginia estate, Monticello, on the reverse. Monticello, with its classical architecture, served as a fitting representation of Jefferson's vision for America. The coin's design was elegant in its simplicity, but it would come to represent far more than just the memory of a founding father. By the time 1957 rolled around, the Jefferson nickel had been in circulation for nearly 2 decades. During this time, it had become a staple of everyday life in America. It passed from hand to hand, purchased goods, and paid for services, all while quietly reflecting the changing times. The 1957 Jefferson nickel, like its predecessors, bore the iconic image of Monticello on the reverse, but it would be its subtle variations that would later capture the attention of collectors. Minting in 1957 was a complex process, relying on a combination of precision, artistry, and technology. The United States Mint operated several facilities at the time: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each responsible for producing different versions of the nickel. The Philadelphia Mint, the largest and most well-known of these facilities, did not mark its coins with a mint mark, while the Denver Mint used a D, and the San Francisco Mint used an S. These mint marks, though small, were crucial for collectors, as they provided a way to differentiate between coins struck at different locations. The production of the Jefferson nickel, like all U.S. coinage, began with the creation of blanks. These blanks, made from an alloy of copper and nickel, were carefully stamped by powerful machines to imprint the coin's design. The obverse featured Jefferson's profile, his features rendered in a way that conveyed both dignity and warmth. His eyes seemed to look ahead, as if contemplating the future of the nation he helped shape. On the reverse, Monticello stood as a symbol of Jefferson's vision and his commitment to knowledge, democracy, and progress. The building's neoclassical architecture was elegantly depicted, with the steps leading to the front door serving as a central focal point. These steps became a point of interest for collectors, as they were often used to gauge the quality of a coin strike. Coins with full, sharp steps were considered rarer and more valuable, making them highly sought after by numismatists. In 1957, the minting process was refined, but it was not without its challenges. Variations in the striking pressure and die quality meant that no two coins were exactly alike. Some coins were struck with more clarity and detail than others, resulting in subtle differences in the appearance of the design. Over time, collectors began to appreciate these differences, leading to the study of various die varieties, such as the full steps variety on the reverse of the coin. Though the 1957 Jefferson nickel was minted to serve as currency, it quickly became a valuable piece of numismatic history. In the years that followed, collectors began to take notice of the coin's distinctive features. The full steps variety, in particular, became highly prized, as it signified a higher degree of precision in the minting process. These coins, with their well-defined steps, were a rarity, and they soon became the focus of dedicated collectors who sought to add them to their collections. As the decades passed, the 1957 Jefferson nickel grew in popularity among coin enthusiasts. By the 1970s, the coin had become a staple of many numismatic collections, with both casual collectors and serious investors seeking out the full steps variety. The rarity of these coins, combined with their historical significance, made them highly desirable. And as the price of silver and other metals began to rise, the value of rare coins, including the 1957 Jefferson nickel, soared. Today, the 1957 Jefferson nickel remains a sought-after coin for collectors around the world. Coins with full steps are particularly valuable, and well-preserved specimens can command significant prices in the marketplace. For those who appreciate the craftsmanship and history behind the coin, the 1957 Jefferson nickel is a tangible connection to the past, a piece of American history that has endured through the years. The value of a 1957 Jefferson nickel can vary depending on several factors. While a coin in average condition may only be worth its face value, those in mint or near-mint condition can fetch prices ranging from a few dollars to several $100s. The full steps variety, in particular, can command prices that reach into the thousands, depending on the coin's condition and the presence of any additional rare features, such as a mint mark or other die varieties. For collectors, the 1957 Jefferson nickel is not just a coin. It is a story, a symbol of American history, and a testament to the artistry of those who crafted it. It represents a moment in time when America was on the verge of new frontiers, both in space and in culture. And as long as collectors continue to seek out these remarkable coins, the legacy of the 1957 Jefferson nickel will live on, connecting future generations to the past and ensuring that its history is never forgotten.